Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Morale Booster with John Ughulu. And today I have the 529 CEO. Her name is Eseverere. And Ese, thank you for joining me on the program.
Thank you so much, John. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me over. And I know we're going to have a good time. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. So Ese, before I allow you to do the proper introduction, I'd like to remind my viewers and those people who are listening to this program to please remember to share this message, share to all your network, to all your friends and family members, because you never can tell. You might just be saving the life of that one person who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. So thank you all for tuning in. So Ese, thank you for joining me on the program. My viewers and my listeners are absolutely eager to know who you are and what you do. So it's all yours.
Thank you again, John. So my name is Eseverere, and I'm also known as the 529 CEO. I am a mom, first of all, of two amazing boys. They are aged 11 and 12. Great children, great boys. I work a 9 to 5. I have my 9 to 5 job, which is my regular job that I do. I'm currently an IT business analyst.
Wow.
And also because of my experience, I'm also an entrepreneur. I work with network marketers and busy entrepreneurs like myself who are building their business around their 9 to 5 job. So I promote side income. I promote all for extra streams of income. So I believe that for us to live in life, we have to live an intentional life, right? Everybody wants to, the 9 to 5 job is good, but we should be thinking in long term of how we want to move our life towards our goals, which will be especially for those that want to, build a side income. So build a side income, you can always build it around your job, basically. So what I do is currently I have a Facebook channel or a Facebook platform where I educate people, I inspire people, I motivate people, and I show people how to build their business online using proven social media strategies. Okay, I'm also a business consultant. I consult with small businesses where those that want to build their business online or they want to have like a social presence. So I do a lot, but let's just leave it. But these are things that I enjoy. It's all about helping people. I love to help people. So once I find an opportunity to help, I just jump right on board. I'm also a speaker. I recently got trained by Les Brown, the popular Les Brown. I love to inspire and motivate people to be their best self. I'm all about, doesn't matter what life throws at you, you can always come back from any setback. Don't stay there. We can do it. So that's just a Reader's Digest of what I do and a little bit about myself.
That's true. I love what you just said last, And Les Brown normally puts it this way. He would say, when life knocks you down, try to fall on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. So let your reason get you back up. So
Absolutely.
I thank you for that explanation and that introduction. It means you have a whole lot of, you have so much on your portfolio. I love that.
Thank you.
I love to see people who who are passionate about helping others. I like to see, people who encourage people to use their 9 to 5 to fund or finance their 5 to 9.
Exactly. You got it.
That's a brilliant strategy. You got
Thank you.
I like that. And, having all this energy from a mother of 2 soldiers, how do you cope? How do you how do you cope?
Okay, so first of all, strength comes from God, basically, right? I have a Christian belief. I'm a Christian. So if I speak a lot about God, please permit me, because that's where I draw my strength from. Okay. So basically, I would say I've been coping because I've been drawing my strength from him. It's being a mom is not an easy journey. And everybody knows everything in life basically comes with its own challenges. But somehow, when we commit it to the hands of God, He helps you along the way. Okay, so raising these two boys have been challenging. At the same time, it's been more of the joy that comes with it than the challenges. I've just had a few challenges, which of course comes with raising kids, but I've enjoyed the journey. I've enjoyed the process. And above all, they are very good kids. So I thank God, and I believe and I know that He will continue to give me the strength as I go along the journey. So I'm all about enjoying the journey, enjoying the process. Okay, no matter what you're going through, just enjoy the process. There's always fun. Always look at the positive side. I'm all for being positive. I'm all for being passionate, love what you do, and things like that. So I'm blessed, first of all, that God chose me to be the mom of my kids. I know there are a lot of people that have challenge of getting kids and things like that, so I can't complain about anything right now. I feel like those are just like training grounds. We're learning in the process. I'm learning every day. They are learning, and I pray that God continues to give me the grace. And I also want to encourage moms out there, it doesn't matter, just enjoy the process. Thank God that He gave them to you in the first place. And if he gives you something, He will give you the grace to go through, right? So I don't really want to concentrate on I don't want to speak from a place of what do I want to call it? I don't want to call it challenges. I'm talking about is not really like their issues, but more of being human. I like to be human. Let's be realistic, right? Sometimes you're like, okay, how do I go through? But like I said at first, it's just put everything in the hands of God, and He'll help you through the journey. My goal is to raise them, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. Or when they grow up, they won't depart from it. So my goal is continue to be that role model for them and continue to show them that in life, anything is possible. I want to be that positive figure for them. I live my life every day as an example. So I show them from the things that we've been through, from the things that we're going through, I speak to them about things that they will probably face in future. So I'm very open with them. That's one thing I do with my kids. I'm very open. I speak to them a lot. You know me very well. I kind of share everything with them. I really don't have any barriers, because I feel like all the stories come together, and I'm molding them to become the great men that they will be in future. So I'm happy about that.
I love that. I love to hear women, speak this way about raising their sons and, empowering their kids, because I lost my dad when I was in high school. And
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, so I was raised by my mom. She was the father, the mother, everything. She was a powerful, a strong woman, just like yourself. So your story actually resonates with me, kind of, because I know what it takes to handle boys. It's not easy, So I also love what you said about, making them understand that whatever they want is possible. You want to be that role model for them. I also do appreciate the fact that you believe in God.
Thank you.
Yeah, for the fact that you believe in God and you trust in God, it's going to be an easy journey for you. So basically, all they need is just that that foundation which you are already giving to them. So if for any reason anything happens in the future, like I derailed for a moment my life, but because of the core values, because of the foundation I got from my parents, I was able to realign with my true purpose in life. So I love the fact that you're doing your very best to make sure they stay organized, coordinated, and you stay straight and focused.
Thank you. One thing I wanted to add to that too is the reason why we have to always give our kids that strong foundation. We don't know what's gonna, like I said, you don't know what the future holds for them. So right now, one thing I reference and I tell them, I share it with them a lot. I tell them that I I attribute most of the strength that I have today to my beginnings, right? So I thank God for my dad and my mom that raised me, because they were able to give me that strong foundation. And even when we're going through those things, I'm originally from Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
So most of the time, if you think about how Nigerian parents or African parents, in quote, raise their kids, when we're going through this journey, it's usually not a pleasant experience. But I am very grateful for that foundation, because that's what has contributed to the woman that I am today, right? Then it looked like this man is just so strict, like it was almost impossible. But I tell my kids that it's because he raised me that way. That's why I'm able to take a lot of things, a lot of balls, curves that have come through our journey at this time in life is because of that strong foundation. If I didn't have those strong ethics, strong foundation, strong base, I don't know, maybe I would have been able to, take the heat that, that the future holds. So it's always good for us to, the Book of Life says, don't spare the rod, discipline your children, discipline them with love, right? So when you set those expectations, as they grow, as they come, as they advance in life, they will appreciate you for it. And I keep reminding them, I do it now, and then I remind them that don't worry, when you grow up, when you begin to have kids, you will remember all these things that I'm doing, right?
I love that. You mentioned something that again resonated with me. My mom was a very strict woman. Like, we used to call her Iron Lady. She was so strict. And she was always telling us the same thing, that, look, you guys feel, what I'm doing now is just to punish you. It's not. I just don't want you hanging around certain people. I just don't want you hanging around people who would ruin your future. Exactly. I have been there. I have done that. Just listen to me. Your dad is no more. Listen to me. Your dad is not here with us. If you can just give me 10 years, trust me, later you will thank me. It helped me. Like I said, I derailed at a point. I started hanging out with the wrong crowd at a point. But if not for I had a solid foundation, and that helped me realign with my true purpose. I was able to identify that what I was doing was not my true purpose. Right. I like that. Thank you for that. And to all those people who are listening to this program, Eseverere is currently taking care of her children by herself. She's a tough woman. She earns good. She's a CEO. She's a boss. Don't underestimate her.
John,
I'm hyping you now.
You're hyping me.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so tell me, what motivated you to become an entrepreneur?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. What motivated me, actually, I've always loved the entrepreneurial journey. Like I said, I work my 9 to 5. I believe that everybody's situation is different. You have a reason why you have to do the 9 to 5, but don't stay there. So, and those are the people that I feel like I'm called for, that I should speak to. And because my goal is to, like I said, help people realize that you can have a 9 to 5, but you can still, don't say, okay, you know what, I'm going to work this 9 to 5, and maybe when I retire, then I will set up my own business, or I'll become an entrepreneur. You can do it now. A lot of times we say we don't have time, but it's not really because we don't have time. It's the activities that we do with the time that we have, right? So I love being my own boss. And that's what led me to the 5 to 9 CEO, right? Working for somebody is good for the time being, but you have to be very strategic about it, okay? I'm all about not just living life, but living life intentionally.
Right.
Be deliberate about what you want in life, and don't just live life like wake up in the morning and I'm just living like whatever comes my way, what's going to be will be, you know, this kind of you're not going to take full advantage of what life has to offer. And in that, I'm saying live life on purpose, right?
Yeah.
And so look for what you love. And I'm not going to rule out the 9 to 5 or the advantages of having a 9 to 5. And I'm still doing my 9 to 5, right? But being an entrepreneur, I realized that when I, like you said, like what's motivating me is when I wear my entrepreneurial cap, it gives me more joy, if I can put it that, right? So I'm using I love my 9 to 5 for what it's helping me to achieve and the things that it's taking care of right now. Yeah. But when I put on that entrepreneurial hat, oh my God, I'm just happy because I'm happy because I find myself in a position where I can help people, right? I can solve a problem. What's an entrepreneur? Somebody that has a business. And for you to have a business, you must be something that you're solving. You're adding value to people's life. So I realized that whenever I put on that cap or whenever I have that hat, I become my own boss. I am empowered and I am able to help people. I'm able to solve a need. And most of the time, or most of the entrepreneurial opportunities that we have, gives you the opportunity to meet with people. And I love to meet with people. I love associating with people. I love, just bringing in my own vibe. And, I just love everything about entrepreneurship because it just gives me, I feel like I'm living a life of purpose, a purpose-driven life. Once I just put on that entrepreneurial cap, and I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. I've always been looking for something to do, something to sell, something to show. So I love it.
That resonates with me because I am also from Nigeria, so it is that entrepreneurial spirit is kind of innate because Nigeria is a country where virtually everybody is thinking of how to own their businesses. Mm-hmm. So we have that innate passion for it. And I find out that a lot of Nigerians always harness that trait. Mm-hmm. And you are doing so well. You said you love the fact that you are called to remind people to focus on building their own dreams, instead of just putting all their eggs in one basket of working 9 to 5 from year one to the end. That's a good reminder, and that's a great purpose you are serving. I want you to keep it up because there are so many people who get caught up and they feel there is job security. That is the word that really entangles
people. That's the box. It's a
yes,
box. I want to call it a box. It's a mindset box.
Exactly.
It's safer to be here.
Right.
Nothing is safe. Nothing is safe. It's just what the world wants us to, is how they want us to feel. Don't be in that, don't let that limit you. There are more opportunities out there.
Right. Just like what Les Brown would typically say, if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is hard, your life will be easy. And that's just the truth. You cannot see the label of the
when
box
you're in the box.
When you are in the box. So you have to step out of the box to see the label. So I like that reminder, and I like the purpose you are serving. I want you to continue because it's a reminder everybody needs. I've seen people who have been, building other people's dreams for decades. You working 9 to 5 or working for somebody, it's meant to be a platform for you to learn. Mm-hmm. Because to become a leader, you first have to serve. You need to learn how to serve.
Yes.
It's a platform. But when you now forget the fact that it's only a platform and you get carried away, then it becomes a problem. So keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
We need more of your message out there.
Thank you. Thank you. And let me also add that let's look at, I always feel like don't despise wherever you are at. There's a reason why I'm speaking to those that are working right now.
Right.
Like I mentioned, just make sure you should desire it though. Everybody's not called to be an entrepreneur. So we need to set that straight, right? But if it's something that you desire, just create a goal. Like, don't just say, like I said, whatever, let's see how it goes. Be deliberate, be intentional, and have a goal and tell yourself, okay, I'm going to do this for this amount of time or shorter. Like our coach, John Talarico says, right? Everything he says, put a goal, put a timeline to it, and tell yourself, okay, I'm going to do this for this amount of time or shorter, because the universe loves speed. And most times what we tell ourselves actually comes to pass. Like the other day I did a video, what you're looking for is looking for you. So you really have to be very, very deliberate, right? So set a goal and believe that as you are in that job. John, you said something that I love. You said try to learn, use that as an experience, use your 9-to-5 job. And when I say 9 to 5, it could be 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning for you. But use that.
Not 8 hours or 10 hours.
Exactly. Use that time as a learning period. Okay. Because I'm not going to lie to you. My 9 to 5, I'm learning some skills. There are some skill set that I'm learning that I'm going to apply in my entrepreneurial journey. Right. As I go along. So I'm learning the skills and I'm applying them. So God actually gave me the 9 to 5 for a reason, because He's teaching me something. So I tell people, don't get carried away or feel bad that you're working a 9 to 5 and you can't do your job, and don't wait for the right time, which led me to the 5 to 9 CEO, right? Don't wait for the right time, because you're not going to have the right time. Just use the time that you have to do little, because it's taking you towards that goal that you're trying to get to. Okay. But the message I'm trying to pass across here is enjoy. If you find yourself in a 9 to 5 and your goal is to be an entrepreneur, enjoy the journey. God is definitely teaching you something. You're definitely, no matter how you look at it, you're learning something, because those are things that you're going to apply when you become an entrepreneur. And one person I listened to said this, and it kind of resonated with me. It's like, when you say, okay, I want to fire my boss, I don't want anybody to tell me anything, I want to get out of my 9 to 5. Guess what? Entrepreneurial journey is not going to be any different. And that's only, you just moved ship, because now you have many bosses. Now you have just one boss. But when you become an entrepreneur, you have more bosses, because now you have a lot of people you have to lead. And if you're leading, you also have to look at the people that you're leading, right? So now you have a lot of people that are assessing you. So you just jump ship. So if you don't learn the basic skills right now, you won't have anything to apply when you get there. So
absolutely, I love that. I love that. It's a platform. It's always a platform. And I remember you also mentioned about networking. Networking should never be underestimated. That is the power. Networking is what got you and I to have the great Les Brown to be our coach and mentor.
Yes.
Networking is what got you and I to have John Talarico to work with us as a coach to help us adjust our mindset. Exactly. I asked John some time ago, or rather, he asked me what my C-type goals were. And I said, I want to, transition from a 6-figure to 7-figure by next year. He said, John, you've started again. I've told you have to be specific. What do you want? You want 7 figures. Okay, 7 figures could be $1 million. What exactly do you? I said, okay,
what exactly? Nip the pin on the board.
I said $9 million by next year. I say, when next year? Be specific, because the universe gives you what you ask for. I say, okay, by 31st of December, I want $9 million. He said, yes.
Now you're speaking.
Networking puts you in line with the people who would help you, form a clearer vision of your true purpose. So I love that when you said networking, you love to network. That is key. So if you're listening to this program right now, Eseverere just told us that networking is important, and I'm reiterating that so you all can remember that. So I say thank you for that one.
Thank you.
I want to ask you another question. There's so many people out there who think, because they don't have support from a spouse or a partner, and they have kids, they feel their career or their dreams have been truncated. It has been cut short. So what's your advice to people like that who just have those convictions that they cannot become better? They need to focus only on their kids.
Okay, thank you, John. So for those people, or if you happen to find yourself, you're watching this right now and you feel like, okay, you know what, I can't achieve this because of this. I can't get to this, my goal, because of this. I would want to say, let's not let anything, and I think we mentioned this earlier, let's not let anything put us in the box. Let's not box ourselves. Okay, this goes back to limiting beliefs, right? People can have all this notion, and sometimes it's not what the people think about themselves. It's what people have told you. You can't achieve this because you don't have a spouse. You can't get this job because you have an accent. You can, those are just labels.
Right.
And like Les, our mentor, would say, don't allow what people's opinion of you become your reality. Okay, you have to be self-driven. Okay, I like to motivate people. I like to inspire people, but guess what? I am self-motivated.
I can imagine.
I need to, nobody, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you have to be self-motivating because you're going to have your highs and lows. There are going to be times when things will not go the way it's supposed to go, right? So you have to make up your mind. It's a mindset thing. You have to make up your mind. Like I said, it doesn't matter. They said, popularly, we know when life gives you lemon, make lemonade. There are always options. Don't stay there. Okay, I talked about setback, having a setback and coming back. A lot of people have setback, but guess what they do? They don't come back. They sit back. I got this from one of us, like you said, from networking. We've been able to surround ourselves with only quality people. Every day I just keep getting empowered and, and Tanya, who is one of us, in our networking group, she mentioned that a lot of times people, and it resonated with me, people want to come back from their setback, but they don't get to that point of comeback, okay? Because they sit back. And I think this was coming from Les, okay? People come back, get up from the setback, and then they sit back. You don't have to sit back. Life works with action. I was just sharing with somebody this morning. God wants to bless you, but guess what? If you don't move, God doesn't know what to do. Not like God is confused, but God works with motion. Okay, right. God loves action. Imagine with the number of us in the universe. Even you as a human being, think about it. You get attracted to that person that is like, okay, you know what? Help me, and you see action. So God rewards action a whole lot. God will tell you to do something. He may not give you the tools to do it. Okay, but God wants to see that drive. God wants to see that, do something. Like, don't just sit down and fold your hand and be like, okay, God is going to bless me. And, and you're not doing anything about it. So back to the question, don't feel there's no limit. The only limits that we have are the limits that we put ourselves in. We created it. We created the wall. There's no wall. It doesn't matter whether you have a husband. It doesn't matter whether you have your spouse. Life would always happen because we can't control life. Yeah. But we can control what happens, we can react to life, or we can respond to life. So Absolutely. Take those situations, those limiting things, those things that people are telling, okay, you can't make it. I was sharing with somebody this morning. She was jumping over the roof because she was like, yes, I told her some of my journey that I've been through. She asked me, she was curious, and I just shared like 2 or 3 stories with her. And I told her, for those times where I've had that drift to positivity in my life, or those things that I've achieved in my life, there were times where I was in the box. Right. But I refuse to remain in the box. Yes, life may have put you in the box, but don't stay there. No, you have to. They say if you're going through hell, don't stay there. Keep moving, right? Life may have put you in the box, but you don't have to remain in the box. Right. Sometimes we can't decide, or we don't even know, but we just found ourselves in the box. But
Right.
the important thing is, don't remain in the box. Like John was saying, his mom has put all this foundation in him. But guess what? At some point, he began to drift away. And what did he do? He made a conscious effort. You see, nobody would help you. You have to help yourself.
Absolutely.
He made a conscious effort to say, no, I want to do better. I want to get better. And look at us today, right? So it doesn't matter. The things that have happened to me in life, I can't explain some of them. Some of them I knew about, some of them I don't, especially from us that have coming from different kinds of background.
Right.
But you see, you don't have to blame other people for what you're going through right now. Look at it from your end. It may also have been maybe some of the actions that you took. Okay, but don't stay there. Move out. Tell yourself it's possible. I know of people that have achieved great things in life despite all the setbacks. So it doesn't matter. You can, if you're a single mom, you can raise those kids. And guess what? If you don't want to remain a single mom forever, you don't have to. Okay, but you have to do something to be able to attract the right man. Don't sit down there and and just believe that God is just going to compensate you because of what that first man did to you. No, you have to do something to attract the right man. If you love, I know somebody that she's a single mom. She's doing very well. She's raising her kids. I think her kids are right now in college, and she doesn't want to settle down with anybody. So if that's the path that you've chosen, just make sure you're living your best life and you're happy. But don't let anything limit you, because you can achieve whatever. I'm saying it. And I'm looking at you straight in the eye. You can achieve whatever. Don't let anybody deceive you. You can get it.
That's true. I love that, Eseverere. Thank you so much for that. And to those of you who are currently listening to this program via podcast, and those of you who are watching it on YouTube, I just want to remind you that from what Eseverere said, you don't have to be great to get started. Or you have to start
to be great.
Great. I want you to think about this. A lot of people say they want luck to happen to them. They sit back and hope that things will just happen. No, I believe in luck. But just like what Seneca said, luck is whatever happens when preparation meets opportunity. So you have to be prepared for luck to come your way. You have to be. Everything is possible. Get out of that mindset of not being able to do things because you are alone. Remember, your kids are watching you. Every move you make, they are watching you.
Yes.
You have to be a role model. Charity, they say, begins at home. If you're listening to me, I want you to get up from that chair where you're sitting.
Yes.
Take action. The universe is already waiting to give you what you want.
Yes.
Well, you must make that move today. All right. So, Eseverere, thank you so much. How can people reach out to you? Because, like you said, we need to surround ourselves with only quality people.
Quality people.
If you're going through challenges in life, you must look for people who have been through such challenges who can advise you. So, Eseverere, how can people reach out to you if they want to empower themselves? You are in the IT sector. You are a business analyst, right?
Yes.
Yes. So you have, a wealth of knowledge in that area. How can people reach out to you?
Okay, so I like I said, I have network marketing. I educate people, inspire people, I show them how to build their business online. So I have my business part, and then I also have my 5 to 9 IT business analyst, which I do. So if people want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on social media, because I'm the social media queen. I show people how to. One thing I do on social media is, it doesn't matter what network company that you are in. I'm part of one, okay? But I'm teaching people how to, you don't have to lead from the product, even if that's what they tell us in our traditional way of building business. You can lead from value, okay? You can lead from curiosity. So what I'm doing right now, I'm helping people, I'm showing them, I'm teaching, I'm educating them on how to build their business using taking advantage of social media, because social media world, people just have their reservation because a lot of things are happening there, right? So I want to be that positive face of social media. And I also, like I mentioned, I always like to look at things from positive, like what's in it for me. It's not just about the bad things, like what's going on in the country right now. Everybody's talking about the bad stuff. What about the good things? Okay, so I like to concentrate and amplify the good things. So I teach people how to take advantage of social media platforms to build their business, whatever business that you find yourself. But of course, emphasis on network marketing business. You can actually have a network marketing business built from cold markets, what we call the cold markets. Make your cold market your warm market. And who are cold markets? People that you don't know. Okay, right. So this is a very great example that I'm talking to John today. I never knew John months before. We just met, recently. And this is how an example of how you can make your cold market your warm market. So this is, I'll show you, I'll teach you how to build online, get the audience, your target, how to reach out to your target audience online. And you can reach me on my page, which is Eseverere, the 5 to 9 CEO. You can send me a message, and you can also reach me on my regular page. I also have a personal profile, and then I have my business page. So those two platforms are what I have right now. And you can just leave me a message, DM me. I'm very, very, I'm very accessible because, like I said, I'm on social media. So most of the time, unless when I'm sleeping, but I'm always online. So yes.
Yeah. So thank you.
And you can also reach out to John. He will get the message across. But anyway, I can help also in, I'm sorry, John. But also if you're trying to get into the IT world, you want to be a business analyst, it's a very lucrative job, lots of opportunities. A lot of people are like, Eseverere, how were you able to break in? I can give you some of those tips and advice on how I was able to break into the system. That alone is a miracle.
I am telling you, I know.
So I'm very accessible.
That's a great one. So, she has a very unique name, a very beautiful name. And trust me, once you put that name on social media,
exactly,
it's going to be easy for you to locate her. You're on Facebook, Instagram. And okay, just those two for now.
Those two platforms for now, yes.
Right. So if you want to reach out to her, search with her name, the name you can currently see on the screen. Search and you will find her. Her name is spelled Eseverere. I repeat, Eseverere. So go right now and look out for her because she has things that can empower you. You need only quality people around you. Check your circle. Tim Sanders said, your net worth is your network. Your network is your net worth.
Net worth.
Right. Mm-hmm. So Essie, thank you so much for joining me on the program. I really enjoyed every moment. You are a great guest. I hope when next I call you on the program, you will be willing to come.
Sure, and definitely would have grown more than this, right?
Absolutely.
So Thank you. I also want to use the opportunity. I know I didn't say that in the beginning, but thank you, John. You're doing a very, very amazing job. And like you said, you don't have to be great to get started. You just have to get started, right? To be great. Okay, you're growing this channel, you're growing the YouTube channel, and it doesn't matter. What you're doing right now is you're planting seeds for the future. You're planting seeds for your generation to come. So keep up the good work. Sometimes when we're doing something, we're looking at the audience and we're looking at the numbers. And if the numbers don't add up, it can be discouraging sometimes. Right. So it doesn't matter whatever you're doing, whatever business you find yourself, don't look at the number. Just stay consistent and make sure you're coming in and you're doing it repeatedly. Trust me, the world needs our voice and the world will hear our super story. So whatever platform that you have, every opportunity that you have, Just keep doing what you're doing. Like an analogy I use is you have a tree, right? And you want to take down the tree. This is a very massive tree that have been growing for years. How you think, and somebody challenges you to take down the tree. If you look at the tree, be like, you know what? I'm not going to be able to take down this tree because this is a very big tree that has been rooted for years, right? But guess what? If you keep coming back every day to that tree and you keep hitting a particular spot in the tree, it may take a while. Okay, but definitely one day the tree will come down. And the reason the tree came down is because you believe that you can take down the tree. Okay, so you have to keep coming. You have to keep showing up. You have to be consistent. And as long as you keep doing that, so it doesn't matter whatever you're going through in life, don't lose faith. Don't give up. Okay, stay at it. Have a very positive attitude. One thing that has helped me in life is like I said, I'm self-motivated, and that's just because God has been helping me. He's been my strength. He's been my source. And so he's been motivating me, and that makes me to be self-motivated. I have a goal in mind and I want to achieve that goal. I stay focused and I keep going. Some days I don't feel like it. Some days I'm not smiling. I'm human, right? But I go back and I draw from my strength, and he puts a smile on my face that will light another person up. So just keep at it. Stay consistent. Don't give up. Stay focused. Trust me. Everything will be all right. Thank you, John.
Inspirational. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Eseverere. I really do appreciate it. And
Thank you.
For the sake of time, to all my listeners and those people watching on YouTube, I just want to remind you one more time to please remember to share this message. Like it, subscribe on YouTube, share, because you might just be saving the life of one person who has been waiting for a lifetime to hear this message. So until same time, until I come out with another episode, I want to say thank you all for listening to the program, and thank you, Eseverere, for joining me on the program. Have a great
Thank you, John. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you for watching.